everybody, and welcome back. We're back at Tailgating. I'm Bruce. We're with Marcus and Daryl. And this time, we want to talk about the playoffs. Now, I mean, for me, it's been very exciting. It's looking pretty good for my team. But y'all might have different opinions, and we're going to have a contest between the three of us. Who, at the end of all the playoffs, has picked the best? We're just going to talk about round one today and that one play-in game that's going to go on in just a little bit. We're going to select those in the East and the West.
All right.
And just to give you a quick introduction, in this round, if you get the right one, you get 1 point. We're also going to pick who we think is going to be in the finals and our pick for the finals. That'll start off at 5 points. Now, we can change our mind. It'll lower 4 points, 3 points, 2 points if we change our mind. We'll see. But it's like the other game shows where they had that one thing, Final Jeopardy, or they get the bonus round, something like that. That's what that is. It can change everything. You might think you're behind, but you pick the right final, bam, you come up and you become the champion, right? Anyway, different rules for different strokes for different folks, and that's us. Anyway, we're going to start off with the West. In the West, we have King versus Pelicans. That's the play-in. That's going to be the thing that might be crazy for us because they're going to play the Thunder. So who's going to win, the Thunder or who you select as the play-in? We'll have the Clippers, the Mavericks, Timberwolves versus the Suns, and the Nuggets versus the Lakers. So first up, Daryl, who do you think in the West is going to win on in those particular teams?
The play-in, I think, is Sacramento. Then, of course, you can't bet against OKC in that round. I'm going with, and I hate to do it to the Mavericks because I'm slowly becoming a real friendly person with the Mavericks. But man, the Clippers. Oh my goodness, I like those old guys. Timberwolves and Suns. Timberwolves, and then Nuggets and Lakers. I'm not betting against the Nuggets. I'm sorry. But with that being said, in the finals, I don't know how the bracket plays out or how it's gonna. I can't really look at it and tell how the bracket's gonna play out. But I can tell you that the last team standing is definitely going to be.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on to that.
Then we get Marcus. You got to do the drum roll.
Yeah, I know you got the drum roll. That's why I interrupted. Let's get Marcus's pick first. We're going to do that last. Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
Not a problem.
Marcus, tell me your West picks.
Yeah. I'm kind of with Daryl. I mean, I feel like our brackets our picks are going to be relatively similar. I'm going with I'm going with the Kings, though. I think the Kings are going to come out of the play-in, but they're going to be no match for the Thunder. They're going to roll right over those guys. When it comes to the 4-5 matchup between the Clippers and the Mavericks, I'm kind of feeling the Mavericks. I know, Daryl, you went the Clippers route, but I'm going to go with the Mavericks. I think those boys got a lot of passion and purpose these days, and they're ready to rock and roll. For the 3-6 matchup, I'm going to play the odds. I think the Timberwolves look good. I feel like they're in a good position, and they'll be the winners out of that particular series. And listen, everybody wants to see LeBron continue to go. He's the face of the NBA. But just like Steph Curry had to say goodbye, I think we're looking at the first time. Possibly, somebody keep me honest, but this might be the first time where neither Steph Curry or LeBron will be in the actual playoffs. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm off on that, but I'm going with the Nuggets. I live by the philosophy that you have to learn how to win by losing, and winners know how to win because they've gone through that process. And that's what I think about when I think about the Denver Nuggets. They know what it takes. They've been there. They're the reigning champs. That's who I got.
Good one. All right, mine. Kings versus Pelicans. I'm going to go with the Pelicans, mainly because I think their defense has come on strong. Thunder versus the Pelicans. Thunder. I mean, they're well balanced all the way around, so I can't see how they're going to beat the Thunder. Clippers versus the Mavericks. The Mavericks kind of started off slow this year, but I think Luka and Irvin, they've jailed, but boy, now that they brought on Daniel Gafford, I mean, that guy is clogging up the middle, and they've got a strong third. So I got to go with the Mavericks.
Mm-hmm.
Timberwolves versus the Suns. I'm going with Timberwolves. I think their defense is better than the Suns, so I think the defense for that one's going to win it. Nuggets versus the Lakers. How do you go? The reigning champion going against someone that's winning through the play-in. I'm going with Denver. So on that one. So now
Yeah.
we got the East. The East, we got the Bulls versus Heat. That's the play-in. Celtics versus whoever wins the play-in. Cavaliers versus Magic. Bucks versus Pacers, and then Knicks versus the 76ers. So let's go back to you, Daryl. Which ones do you think for the East?
I'd like to see the Bulls pull it off in this play-in. And I don't know what's the word on Jimmy. Jimmy, he limped out of that the other day. Is he gonna be all right? That's gonna be the deciding factor. No, it's not. It's not. They don't stand a chance, man. Bulls, that young team is got it going on. But it's all for nothing because they got to play the Celtics. So I'm picking Celtics there. I'm picking Cavaliers. I'm picking Bucks, and I'm picking Knicks. I love them Knicks, man. Hey, I love them Knicks. I know that's weird.
Yeah.
Man.
A Houston guy having love for the Knicks, man. Come on. Let me guess. You got a John Starks jersey on over there, huh?
Yeah, man. Okay. It should be Jalen Brunson jersey, man, because that guy can play.
Yeah.
All right, Marcus, which one do you pick?
Well, with the play-in, I kind of feel like that one's a little bit of a toss-up, but I think the Heat are going to find a way to pull it out. So going to the actual proper playoffs itself for the Eastern Conference, there's just no way. The Celtics, I mean, they're just too strong. They got their stuff together. That's a solid basketball squad. I don't see them being toppled in the first round under no circumstances. You know what? The rest of these matchups, they're all a toss-up. But I'm going to go ahead and make my pick so I can, have it for the record. So for the 4-5 matchup, I'm going to go with the Cavaliers. I still feel like there's a lot of gas in the Freak Geek, or the Geek Freak, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks over the Pacers. And as painfully as it is, and I know Daryl, you already paved the way, I'm gonna go with the Knicks also. I think they're bringing it. Again, any one of these series, with the exception of the 1-8 matchup, they could go either way. I mean, these teams all have pros and cons, offensive offsets to defense, and vice versa.
I agree. Well, for my pick, I'm going with the Heat, mainly because the last 10 games have got a better record. So just going into the play-in, they seem to be playing better. Celtics then versus the Heat, got to go with the Celtics. I mean, they actually look like the team to beat all the way. I think they're the best. I know Denver can make an argument for that, but I think they're really looking great. Cavaliers versus Magic, I'm going with Magic only because they seem to be playing over their heads. And so every once in a while, there's a team that has Magic, and it seems like it's the Magic this year, right? Bucks versus Pacers. I'm going with the Pacers because I saw that maybe Giannis is hurt. So maybe that's going to have an impact. And Knicks versus the 76ers. I'm going with the Knicks mainly because of Jalen Brunson. I wish the Mavericks had kept him. That guy is on fire now, isn't he? That guy's turned into a player and a leader. So I think he's got that going. So that's my pick. Now back to the drum roll from you, Daryl. Return to your drum roll. Who's your pick to be in the finals?
All right, man. So finals. Let's see. Let's just randomly pick somebody. How about the Celtics and the Nuggets? How about that?
Well, that's a good pick. Just randomly pick the two best teams. Okay.
Just randomly pick them.
Okay, Marcus.
Yeah, man.
Pick.
Yeah, I mean, listen. I'm sorry. The Nuggets are going back to the finals. It's no way. Most likely, that's my team is going to win it all. But in terms of who they're going to end up matching up with, I want to say statistically it's the Celtics. But you know what? I feel like the Bucks are going to figure out a way to eke it out. I know that, the Celtics won 15 more regular season games, but there's just something about Giannis that I just feel like the guy has something to prove, right? He's ready. That'd be a hell of a matchup too, him and Luka. So that's where I'm going.
Yeah. Okay, well, for my pick, I'm going with another different drum roll, Celtics, of course. But I think they're very, very, very good. Plus, my daughter-in-law is from that area, so I better root for them. And then the other one, I'm going all the way with the Mavericks. The reason why I'm going with the Mavericks is one home team, but I think that, now that they've added Daniel Gafford on that team, they've got three strong players. They're playing really strong towards the end. So I'm going with my hometown favorite to play there, and I'm going with the Mavericks to win it all.
All right. And just one point of correction. I think I said Luka, just with getting my teams crossed up. I meant the Joker. I think everybody knows who I meant there. But I think that team is going back. I mean, that is the new dynasty for the NBA is going to be the Denver Nuggets. Done.
Okay, they're going to win it all. You say who did you think's going to win it all, Daryl?
I'm going Celtics. I'm going Celtics. Man, I am going Celtics. Jaylen Brown and Porzingis and I mean, come on, man. Jason Tatum, the absolute best player in the league, man. Come on now.
I don't know about the best player in the league, but he's an honorable mention. He's an honorable mention. I don't know about the best player stuff. Man.
Well, that's our pick, everybody. Let me put it up on the screen. Here's what all three of us picked. And I want you all to leave some comments. Tell us who you agreed with, who you didn't agree with, but put your pick, particularly if it's different. We need some discussion for our next one. Like and share this, but make sure you also subscribe, because we're going to have, when the first round's over, we'll have another one of these to talk about the second round. We'll see which one of us is leading in the scoring so far.
Everybody pointing Marcus. Everybody pointing Marcus.
He's down below. Okay.
Yeah.
In the meantime, like I say, make sure you subscribe, like, and share, and leave comments, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Go Mavericks.
All right. Peace out.
Yeah. Yes, sir.